Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility, along with Nuka. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks, alongside the professor himself, Mr. Ken Golden, owner of the Laser's Edge from the
Hey,
Prog
happy
Team.
holiday, everybody. Yeah,
How you doing? Yes, happy holidays. That's right. We are. It is upon us, right?
yeah. And
We
I'm
weren't
afraid.
certain last week if you would have enough stuff for an episode this week, but lo and behold,
Hey, last week we had the most views of any episode, right? We had over, I think last count it was about 4,100, for something like that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
climbing. So
yeah.
thank you, everybody.
Hopefully, people have been out shopping for some of the stuff that you brought up that you were bestsellers of the year. That's the point of the whole
Yeah,
thing. Right?
and yeah, I was. This is going to be the last one we do for the year, uh, and I got to tell you, I was really surprised. I got a lot of stuff to run
Okay,
through.
cool.
So
Lay it on us.
you ready to hit?
Yeah.
All right, this is something I didn't talk about last week. I forgot to because I'm stupid. Something we regularly do, but is perfect for Christmas if you're late and you're stuck for a gift. We have gift certificates. We
Nice.
have
Okay.
we have different denominations. I think 20, 25, 50, 100, maybe 200, even $250. Hey, big spender. So anyway, it's kind of nice, and we can and what we could do is what I'll do is I'll email you a PDF with a gift certificate that looks like this and with more information on it, and I'll email it to you. You can print it out, put it in an envelope, card, what have you. So yeah, something to it's a last minute thing, but we have them year round. But just keep it in your thoughts if you're really stuck for a gift and you got somebody who'd like it. We got
Cool.
it.
Awesome.
Okay, believe it or not, pre-orders. We have a pre-order, and it's a big one. New one from the Pineapple Thief. It's called It Leads to This. Comes out on February 9th. There's going to be four different versions. There's a CD digipack. There's a high resolution Blu-ray. There's a 4-disc yearbook, uh, which is CDs and Blu-ray, and I think a DVD in there. And then there's black vinyl. So that's from K-Scope. Couple of key restocks. We got back in. I'm not printing out. I'm not showing all the covers here, but we got back all the Arabs and Aspic. Last time we talked about them, we just blew right through them, and I was able to do. Yep, I was able to do a quick. I was able to do a quick restock. So we have them. They're back on the site, and they're selling. So another one that we haven't had for quite a while, and people really loved and asked if we bring it back. I got some more copies. Pink Floyd, Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great one. So on to the new stuff for the week. Alphabetically, now we'll tackle the CDs. An oldie, but a goodie. Amandul Disaster. Does it live up to its title? Maybe. I mean, Amandul was pretty insane at this point. By the time they became Amandul 2, they were a bit more commercial, if that. Still pretty much the definition of krautrock, but this one's pretty out there. So, and I don't know that I don't know if it hasn't if this is the first time on CD, maybe. If it's been on CD before, it's a very long time. All right, here's one that's totally new for me. Camelion, Legends and Lures, Finnish epic fantasy power metal for fans of Rhapsody, Symphony X, and Gloryhammer and things of that nature.
Hmm.
Good, bad, I don't know. So next one, this one is sort of a mixed bag, but it's selling pretty well. Electric Sun, Earthquake. So it's a new packaging. So it's Uli John Roth. He put together a band called Electric Sun. I think this was 1978. This was the album he did, the first album he did after he left Scorpions.
It's right at about a year after Tokyo Tapes, if not
Yeah,
maybe less.
yeah, I think right. Yeah, and the playing it's classic Uli Roth. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
The downside is he sings.
yeah.
So if you can get past the vocals, and I think you can get past it.
It's basically a whole album's worth of Polar Nights. The playing
Yeah,
is so good, I overlooked the vocals. That's
it's right. There's
analogy.
nothing wrong with it. I mean,
Yeah,
there's I used to see this album in the bins all the time. I think at one point I had it in my collection. Yeah, I mean, I think over the years I've developed more of a love for and appreciation of his playing.
Yeah.
So I think listening to it now, I'm more amenable to his vocals than I was, 30 years ago or so. But
Yeah. I don't mind it too much anymore. It's the playing is just so good.
yeah,
That's
just be warm. The
Casting
playing.
Away the Chains is on that. What Enola Gay and Hiroshima or something like that. Forget the song titles, but there's a lot of really good stuff on there.
How's the one after that?
Pretty good. Not as good as that one, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. This is all right. Here's a new edition of an Eloy album that's been out of print for years.
Oh wow,
This is
yeah.
Raw. This came out in 1988. This is the band had broken up, and then Frank Borneman decided to put together a new version of the band, and he hooked up with a keyboard player, Michael Gerlach, and if I remember correctly, Michael was in collaborated with him for quite a while, and uh, uh, and then they brought in a bunch of other a cast of characters to uh, not the best Eloy album, not the worst, but I remember when it came out, it blew my mind because they were back.
Yeah.
So now you get it.
It's a little more hard rocking album, but I think it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah. Emerson, Lake and Palmer live in Tokyo, Gray Area release from 1972. This one's been kicking around like, since 1972. There've been tapes of this forever. So you could fill that little hole in the collection. Okay, Swedish band, they're a really good band.
Yeah.
Hallis, I assume that's how you pronounce it. This is a live album, and they're they're like a progressive hard rock band.
Yeah.
It's the best way. I mean, there's a strong prog element to what they do,
Yeah.
but they're really a prog album, a prog band.
Really good band. Really good band.
Yeah, and they played in Philly not that long ago. I should have gone, but they played in this club that I absolutely hate with a passion. So I just didn't go. But they would have been interesting to see. Next one. This one actually just arrived right after we did the video last week, so it's popping up this week. Christoph Komeda Quintet, live in Bled, 1965. This one's really kind of an experiment for us. Christoph Komeda, he's a legendary Polish jazz composer, musician, pianist. Uh, he became famous. He moved out to Hollywood and started doing soundtracks, including, if I remember correctly, Rosemary's Baby. And so that's what he's really kind of known for. But he did an album when he was in Poland. He did an album called Astigmatic, which is one of the great modal jazz albums of the 60s. And I believe some of that material is on here. And as part of the quintet is Tomasz Stanko on trumpet. And Stanko played with him for quite a while. And these done by the same people that did the Weather Report, GAD Records out of Poland. Fantastic quality, done from the radio station archives from the master tapes. And yeah, I mean, we don't do much with jazz, but I felt that this was one that was worth taking a chance. So yeah, give it a shot. Next one, Our Old Friends Are Back, a new one from Kron. Love that cover. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Zoop. And shockingly, it sounds like Kron. So, yeah, no, I mean, and Helmut Hattler. Actually, all of the guys from Kron are on there, and somebody's going to correct me if I'm wrong. I think, was it Ingo Bischoff that passed away? He's one of the guys. I think it was Bischoff, and he's playing on he's on like one or two tracks, I believe. I think it was Ingo Bischoff. So somebody will post in the comments that I screwed it up. If I screwed it up. Next, we got an offshoot from Poets of the Fall. I was just listening to this. Old Gods of Asgard, Rebirth Greatest Hits. They are kind of an odd band that prog power guys go crazy. Jim goes crazy for them. And they're more like a hard rock sound. And this is music that they did I believe for video games. but they're songs. It's not instrumental music, and I was listening to it before. I hate to, Jim, leave the room if I say something. I don't want to say something good about it, and then you hear me say something nice. It was actually okay. So next we got, this is a good one. Pink Floyd, Blocking the Sun, 2 CD, Gray Area, Boblingen, Germany, November 1972. You get complete Dark Side of the Moon, and then you get all the metal stuff. One of These Days, Echoes, and very, very nice quality. So this is a good one. This one just showed up this morning, and I'm really excited about this one, and it's selling out of the box. Satin Whale, the studio albums, 1974, 1981. They made, it's a 5 CD set, by the way. So Satin Whale, German band. Their first album, Desert Places, came out on Brain. It was, if you're old like me, you remember the green Brain label. And for reasons no one's ever explained, this album, their first album, Desert Places, was never released on CD. And it's one of the best albums from the Brain catalog. It's absolutely extraordinary. And their next album, Lost Mankind, they had moved over to Telefunken. Also a very, very good album. It's got flute, a little bit of sax, great Hammond organ, the killer guitar. It's just long tracks. It's really one of the great ones. It's just a handful that from Brain that never came out. This one,
Never heard of this.
Pete, this is so you. I mean, the first 2 albums. After that, they start to get a little more commercial, a little weaker. But believe it or not, they're actually doing 2 box sets. This is the studio albums. Then later on, they're going to be doing a live box. But man, if you heard those 2 albums, look at it this way. I think we're selling it for $31. It's a 5 CD set. Just alone for Desert Places and Lost Mankind, that's 2 discs. You know, if you think about it, that would
$15 a pop, yeah.
It phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this has your name on it. Yeah. All right, next one here. Silent Angel, Unyielding, Unrelenting. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Malaysian power metal. No comment. Next, a band that I think we're going to be hearing a lot about in the next, at least in the next couple of weeks. Squeaky Feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
taking Sea of Tranquility by storm, at least a couple of folks, right?
Yes. And yeah. And so these guys are from Denver. They are they are a jam band, but their foundation of their music is progressive rock and jazz rock. So there are some vocal tracks on the album. The vocals are fine, but you know, the core music is just extraordinary, I think. Prog rock and great playing. These guys they just kill it, and you won't mind the vocals at all. And it's I would say the balance of the music is instrumental. And yeah, I think everybody who watches Sea of Tranquility is going to be sick of hearing about Squeaky Feet over the next week or 2. Really, really good band. And next we got Therion, Leviathan 3. So
Great cover.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So yeah, I mean, these guys were, you know, great bombastic power metal. I haven't heard this one yet, but they're always really, really good. Always good vocals, lots of guests, kind of over the top.
Choirs and female singers, and classical bits, and
they pull out all the tricks. And
early on, they had a lot of death metal elements. So yeah, they've done it all basically.
Yeah, they started out as like a death metal, sort of black metal band, and then they evolved into this thing. And very, very good. They do it well. Okay, last of the new CDs here, Zebra, Hungry Horse. No, not the band from New Orleans. This is Zebra were they were a British jazz rock band, and they were kind of interesting. They had Dave Quincy from If Tommy Ayer, the keyboard player, who I remember playing with Greg Lake, but Tommy Ayer did a lot of other stuff. And some of the guys from Osabisa are here. It's like a mix of jazz rock, prog rock, and then you get like African influences all kind of thrown together. This is live in Bremen, archival radio broadcast taken from Radio Bremen's archives. Perfect quality. Interesting band. One of those bands I think I always overlooked them over the years. By the time I got to ZZ and the Bins, I was exhausted and I just moved on. Okay. What else do I have here? Okay, let's do the vinyl. So vinyl, just to blow through these quick, we've talked about them. Arabs and Aspic. We've got Magic of Sin on marble vinyl, Pictures in a Dream, blue and yellow marble vinyl, Victim of Your Father's Agony, yellow and blue vinyl. We've got Electric Sun Earthquake on vinyl. Another band that Pete, I'm trying to convince you that these guys are amazing. Goat. This is the Levitation Sessions. Crazy, crazy psychedelic Swedish band. I made you watch that video. They were nuts, right?
Yeah, they are.
the guitarist, man, he was wailing away, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah, and you see the Rickenbacker and the girl singers they're crazy, absolutely crazy.
Definitely unique music. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but it's one of the best live shows I've ever seen. Also on vinyl, the last vinyl thing we got is a reissue of Kuiper Vitjar 2 LP blue vinyl. It was licensed by Construction Records. They licensed it from Inside Out. It had been out of print for a while. We got a couple of wild cards here. These are stocking stuffers. They're cheap, and I'm not going to call them cheap shit. I got cheap shit, but these happen to be cheap. But I got 2 wild cards for you. The Beach Boys, Pet Sounds,
classic,
and the Who, Tommy, remastered. So they're $7.50, and they're classics, and they were offered to us, so we decided to bring them in. And now we'll wrap up with the cheap shit. Everybody loves the cheap shit. So, are you familiar with the Samurai of Prague? So Samurai of Prague is basically 2 guys, well, 3 guys, Marco Bernard, Kimo Porsti, and Steve Unruh. They're the core of Samurai of Prague projects, concept albums, and there's a ton of them. And they keep bringing in all different people, and then they have these offshoot projects. And they offered me a deal. So these are I got 6 titles from the label that are $8. Go to the website, read the descriptions, but they're all basically symphonic prog. Solo album from Marco Bernard, The Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. The Guildmaster, Liber de Dictis, if I remember correctly. I think this was a Spanish one. What do we have here? This is Pacha, Rafael Pacha and Kimo Porsti, Sea of Mirrors. We got another one from them called Views from the Inner World. We have a Rafael Pacha. He's a Spanish musician, very talented. A bunch of forest songs. And last, we have the Samurai of Prague with Olivero Lacagnina, the man in the iron mask. And if you don't know who he was the main guy from Latte e Miele. And so it's a collaboration with him. And we've got pretty good stock on these. And like I said, they're $8 each. And I think it's a good way to close out 2023 with some really nice cheap shit.
There you go. People love that stuff, right?
Yeah, they love it. So I keep looking for it. And,
there you go. So the web store will be open throughout the rest of the year, right? So
we never sleep. We don't break. We keep going. So
so be on the lookout for all this stuff. We'll have this all posted down in the comments for those who like to see the visual aspect of this.
Yes, Christmas Day, I'll be watching the Giants get brutalized by the Eagles, and then I'll be checking the website to see if any orders are coming in.
There you go.
But we'll be
what do you think, Nuke?
Back at it.
Nuke has been very interested in this episode. Let me tell you, she normally is not as animated during our tapings, but
I could see.
Right? Yeah, he's all excited about the prog. Yeah, you're gonna rip my chair. All right, I know. Okay, all right. she wants me to get off of this so I can go on to Laser's Edge, lasercd.com and start ordering. That's what she wants.
You need that squeaky feet, you know that,
Yeah,
right?
she wants this. You want the squeaky feet? You want the squeaky feet? You want Daddy to bring in the squeaky feet? We're gonna bring in the squeaky feet, I think. Yeah, that'll make her happy. So cool. All right. So for everybody watching, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you after the new year here on Professor's Picks. And Ken, any well wishes you want to give to all of our folks watching?
I just want to thank everybody. It was a great year for us, and I always enjoy doing the in the prog seat, and Pete, I enjoy hanging out with you doing this. This is fun for me. So and it's been very helpful for our business, and with everybody's patience, we'll just keep doing it.
Cool. Sounds good. All right.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. We'll see you in 2024 for Ken Golden. I am Pete Pardo. Enjoy the holiday season, everybody. Rock on, and we'll catch you in the new year. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.